Throughout history, very few civilizations have captured the imagination as profoundly as the Roman Empire and the distant land of China. Separated by vast distances and formidable geographical barriers, these two empires developed unique cultures and societies, each leaving a lasting mark on the world. While their direct interaction was limited, the allure of the unknown sparked curiosity and fascination from both sides. There are very few Roman accounts of China that have survived to us, and those that we do have are very limited. One such account comes from the Roman scholar Pliny the Elder. Pliny paints a vivid portrait of China, a nation he referred to as the Ceres, or Land of Silk. He describes it as follows.
After passing the Caspian Sea and the Scythian Ocean, our course turns eastward, following the coastline's curve. Beyond the Scythian promontory, the initial stretch of shore is uninhabitable due to the snow, and the neighbouring regions remain uncultivated because of the savage nature of the resident tribes. These are the dwelling places of the Scythian anthropophagi who consume human flesh. Consequently, vast deserts surround them, teeming with wild beasts that perpetually lie in wait, ready to pounce upon humans as savage as themselves. Leaving this area, we encounter another Scythian nation, followed by further deserted stretches inhabited by wild animals, until we reach a chain of mountains which runs up to the sea and bears the name of Tabis. However, it is only after traversing nearly half of the northeast-facing coast that we find it inhabited. The first known inhabitants of this region are the Ceres, renowned for the wool found in their forests. They steep the leaves in water and comb off a white down, which is then given to women in our part of the world to unravel and weave into cloth. The process is laborious, and the distance to these resources highlights the effort involved in providing attire that allows our ladies to publicly display their beauty. The Ceres are peaceful, but, like many uncivilized peoples, they avoid contact with others and wait for traders to approach them. These people exceeded the ordinary human height, had flaxen hair and blue eyes, and made an uncouth sort of noise by way of talking, having no language of their own, for the purpose of communicating their thoughts. The rest of the information we have on the Ceres, that which was communicated to us by our merchants. It is stated, in effect, that the merchandise on sale was left by them on the opposite bank of a river on their coast, and it was then removed by the natives if they wished to trade by means of exchange. The first known river in their land is the Cithras, followed by the Cambari and the Laros. Beyond these lie the promontory of Chryse, the Gulf of Cinnabar, the river Atianos, and the nation of the Atacori on the Gulf of that name, a people protected by their sunny hills from all noxious blasts and living in a climate of the same temperature as that of the Hyperboreae. After the Atacori, we find the nations of the Fruri and the Tochari, and in the interior, the Kasiri, a people of India, who look toward the Scythians and feed on human flesh. Here are also numerous wandering nomad tribes of India. There are some authors who state that in a northeasterly direction, these nations touch upon the Cicones and the Brisari. We now come to a point after which there is complete agreement as to the descent groups, the range of mountains called the Hammodi Mountains. This is where the Indian descent group begins, bordering not only on the Eastern Sea, but on the Southern Sea as well, which we have called the Indian Ocean. The peoples worth mentioning after leaving the Hammodian Mountains are the Asarians, Kusirians, and the Isians, a number of peoples with the name of Bragmanians, among them the Mactocalingians. The rivers here are the Prinas and Cainus, the latter a tributary of the Ganges, both navigable. Then there are the peoples of the Kalingians nearest the sea, and further inland the Mandaeans, the Malians occupying Mount Malhis, and the river Ganges, which is the boundary of this region.